Hi, I'm Ivor. Hope you're well. I am going to be documenting my journey about getting fit for 50. In 6 months' time, I turn 50 years old. Pretty crazy. Can't quite get my head around it, but it's happening. I don't really have a choice. So I thought it would be beneficial to document this, make myself accountable within this time period, and give you a bit of background about where I'm coming from. So my health just now is okay, is miles better than it was. I have had some challenges over the last few years. So going further back, I played American football competitively within the British League for over 20 years. Played for the Scotland Pirates. I retired 9 years ago when I was 40. To be honest, I was probably playing far too long, but there you go. It was a bit of a comfort zone and I loved it. And as somebody said to me, you're a long time retired, so play as long as you can, which I tried to do. So since then, I met my wife and I had a few years just kind of passing time, I suppose. And then I had some mental health challenges, and I suppose that passing time definitely didn't help because I had stopped getting away from good habits of physical activity and going to the gym. So when I realised that, I made sure I put things in place to protect my mental health and to make sure I was getting back and being active and looking after myself physically, which made a big difference. Then in 2023, going into 2024, I had long COVID. 15 months it impacted me. I am fully healthy. I have little moments where I'm not sure, but I think it's just a case of getting old. Let's be honest here. So I'm fully recovered from long COVID. It's been over a year. I've written a book with regards to it. It's over here. Um, Documenting the journey I had and the challenges I had and things I put in place. So yeah, miles better. And that was the last time I posted on this channel, was to talk about, to document my journey back to full health. I've now totally healthy, no issues. I say totally healthy, that's bullshit, isn't it? I'm 49 years old. Is there any 49-year-old man that's totally healthy? I very much doubt it. And I'm exactly the same. So I felt it'd be beneficial, as I said earlier, to document this, make myself accountable, to maybe help others as well. If you're a similar stage in your life and you're lacking a wee bit of direction and you want to see what I'm doing, then why not? So, as I say, I've reached this stage and it's about rebuilding my physical health. That's the first thing. I've just started to reintroduce cardio over the last couple of months. Post long COVID, I was probably a wee bit unsure about that, and because you have these crashes that impact you if you do too much physically. So I obviously didn't want to do too much physically because I didn't want to risk having a crash. And let's be honest here, I bloody didn't like cardio. So I've reintroduced it and it's definitely made a difference to my energy levels. I always think there's kind of two types of people. There's people that prefer resistance training, heavy lifting, that type of thing, and there's people who prefer more cardio. And much respect for people that do marathons and whatever else, Ironman and shit like that. I'm not one of them people. And playing American football was good in that respect because it gave me some cardio, and obviously it was more anaerobic. It was more like sprint based and that type of thing, but it was helping me there. What I'm going to make sure I'm also doing is ensuring my mental energy and mental health is still in place over the next 6 months and it's not impacted. which it can be at times because of, I find it impacted because of work and challenges there, and because of financial pressure, that type of thing, which I would imagine is the same for many people. I work as a health coach. I do it on a part-time basis, and it's been beneficial. I've had these challenges because it's given me a greater understanding and empathy with people that are going through the same. But yeah, I'm just getting started anyway. And it's not so much getting started, it's just kind of knuckling down and refocusing on a few things. So for instance, my diet isn't always tip top. I'm a bit of a sneaky eater. Um, so if my wife found out what I'd been eating when I was out and about, she wouldn't be very impressed. She tends to be pretty good with her diet, as opposed to me. I'm not always great with it. So that's how I want this kind of level of accountability, by me documenting this over this time period as well. So that's the primary thing I'll be changing. And what I've had to do over the last few weeks is, I've had to go to physio because my lower back was playing up my hips, my glutes, that type of thing. So I've had to kind of do boring kind of activation, prehab type exercises to kind of refocus on making sure I was fit enough to do heavier lifting. So kind of pulling back from that a little bit and just doing consistent stuff that the physio's given me, which I've been doing and has made a noticeable difference to my lower back. I tend to sit down a lot, as we all do these days, whether it's in front of the TV or if it's in front of the computer for work or whatever it happens to be. So that's, my lower back and my hips have gotten tight. So these types of physio exercises I'm having to do, and then hopefully I can refocus on heavier lifts and that type of thing. But just making sure what I'm trying to focus on is lifting or exercising or moving at least every couple of days. A lot of the stuff that physio's given me I can do on a daily basis, but if I'm going to be doing cardio or if I'm going to be lifting anything, then I'm trying to do that every couple of days to give my body time to recover, and the kind of rest and recovery aspect as well as the nutrition aspect of things is kind of tripod, isn't it? When you've got your exercising, your fitness, and then you've got your nutrition side of things, but also your rest and recovery. So I'm trying to make sure that's in place. So big ticket items for me is, and something I really learned over the last few years with having long COVID, is progress over perfection. So moving forward, just doing something, and if I miss a day, then to be kind to myself. It isn't the end of the world. Get back on track. Life gets in the way sometimes, doesn't it? Whether it's work or family or whatever it happens to be. So, I've got, my father doesn't keep great health, so it's obviously a concern. And I'm not that close to my mum and my dad. I'm very lucky. I've still got my wife. But it can be quite difficult when I go through and don't see my dad that often, and it's obviously more challenging for him and for my mum. So it's just, things get in the way. It's just how it is. Learning that, one of the big things I took from having long COVID was just, it's about doing things differently. So it's about learning how to manage my own well-being and my own recovery as it was when having long COVID. So, when I talk about learn, adapt, improve, it's about, the big thing was pacing. When you've got long COVID, it's about not doing too much. It's about giving yourself plenty of breaks. It's just being smarter with how you utilise your energy and prioritising it where you put it. So I had to learn how to do that because that was totally different from when you play sport competitively. You push through, you go to the gym after work, even though you're absolutely shattered. You find a way, you find the energy from somewhere. So as you get older, you've got to do things differently. And that was something, especially when I got long COVID and I was trying to recover, I had to change how I was doing things, make sure I was pacing, obviously, as I said. And then when I did get better, it was just slowly introducing exercise, and I'm miles better with regards to keeping fit than I was when I got better. So I couldn't exercise as often as I did. Initially, it was like one push up. That would be, honestly, that's the level I was at. So, and I would just keep showing up, just keep trying. And as I said, this will make myself accountable, and maybe others will be able to resonate with this. So if you want to follow along or subscribe and see my journey, I'll be posting on a weekly basis. I'll go into more detail about what I'll be doing and such like. So there you go. What I'm trying to say is I'm going to get as fit as I can for 50. It won't be the same time of same type of fitness I had when I was 25, but I'll be as fit as I can when I turn 50. That's the aim. That's the goal. All the best. Take care. Bye bye.